not a game, it's a rich thing.
Good morning and welcome to Beaman ToysTV. Today I'm going to review the duck spider from SooToys. I'm not sure whether they pronounce it as SooToys or SooToys. So either way, I'm going to do this review of this duck spider, and typically this one is actually equivalent to the Spider-Man Noir from the PS4 or PS5 Spider-Man games. So before that, hey Google, can you turn on Sector 3? So I've installed Smart Home in my man cave. So if you look at what I have over there, this is all the game series of Spider-Man, and I'm going to include this guy into the collection as well. So without further ado, let's start. So the box is pretty light. Let's see. Okay. And the box is not only pretty light, but it's pretty slim. So instead of unlike other box that I have, right, from Era Toys or from Hot Toys, it tends to be a bit thicker, but this one is a bit smaller. Okay, let's see how it goes. Let's look at the design of the box. The box design is very much neat, cool. If you look at the duck spider itself, right, the colors of the box is actually pretty good. The design and the way they actually bring out the duck spider is actually pretty good. Okay, if you look at this duck spider, right, you can actually use it in two ways. Number one, you can actually use it to simulate the Spider-Man Noir in the game PS4 or PS5, or you can actually use it to simulate the Duck Spider-Man from the Spider-Verse. So if you look at my collection over there, you will be able to see the this is the video game versions, and then this is the basically the Miles Morales. So I can actually put this guy in between all these people, so it can gel with here and it can also gel with the other side. So without further ado, let's unbox. Okay, put it on the table. I zoom it down a little bit. Okay, and then the unbox begin. So once you open the box, right, oh, you will be able to see this very much cool looking Spider-Man's pictures. It's actually pretty nice. It's actually pretty nice. For your information, right, this is the first time I looked at this. When I open this, right, it's my first time looking at it. So my feedback is very much spontaneous. It's very, very nice. I like these pictures. I mean, instead of it's simple, and the drawing is actually pretty good. Okay, let's see the accessory available. Okay, let me just bring this camera up a little bit more. So what you have over here, this I believe is the hat. This is the spider web hand. This is the relaxing hand. This is the holding something hand. This is the punching hand. So on top of the assisting hand, right, it comes together with 1, 2, 3, another 4 pairs of hand. There are also some spider web over here. Oh no, there's one additional hand over here. So that it comes with additional 3 pairs of hand and another right hand, I think, to hold the head. So this is actually for holding the head, I believe. So let's see what we have inside the box. If you look at the box itself, right, it's actually quite like see-through box, where it's white color. So even the plastic is white color, so you actually see through everything. Unlike a Hot Toy design or other box design, this one you can basically see through everything. Okay. Let's zoom back down a little bit. Okay. Oh, the moment I take this out, right, the joint drop. or this is an extra joint, I believe. And then somehow the leg is actually not tight, so the leg is actually sort of like removed. Let me just take this out first. I try to put the leg back in. Oops! I dropped the head on the tables. Oh my god. Let me just plug this leg back in. Okay. It looked a bit weird somehow. The leg is not so easy to stuck in. It needs a bit of energy to put it in. Don't tell me that the leg is one tall, one short. But anyway, I managed to put this up and standing. Okay, before that, let's look at the base. This is a plastic base. There's no name there. So this is one minus point for this Spider-Man. But I understand the reason. It's not good to put the word Dark Spider because it's not the actual name. And they can't put Spider-Man Noir because it's unlicensed. So I think this is good enough. So it's a plastic base. They try to simulate the kind of metal floor concept, which is good attempt. And then the Spider-Man logo is well done. And this is a plastic base, which is actually good enough. So there's no LED light on it, so there's no lighting features. And this is the stand. And then this is an extra joint. This is the hand. This is the head. Okay. Let's do and then this is basically the spider web. I mean, nowadays all the Spider-Man come with spider web. But I think I'm not going to use spider web on these particular figures. So most likely I'll just be showing the figure this way inside there. With the stand, of course. And normally stand, right, I don't even want to put the stand inside because you can see actually something. But if you're actually putting on a standing mode, right, it is actually okay to put this at the bottoms without the actual stand. So let's bring this guy a bit more to the front and let's see how it looks like. First of all, talking about the head. It's not those kind of soft material. It's actually those hard material. You can listen to it. So it's the kind of hard material, hard plastic. So I think this is quite okay. It won't get spoiled quite easily. But on the other hand, the materials on the clothes itself, I believe this one over time, right, will be spoiled easily because this is, I think, sort of like leather, but it's actually not real leather. That's why it will get spoiled after a certain time frame. What we have inside, this is basically the same material as this one. So also after a certain time, right, it will get spoiled easily. If you look at the eyes, this one is not so good because what happened is, unlike other Spider-Man that we have, right, unless you really do a non-transparent eyes, then you can actually do this. If you do a transparent eye and you actually look inside, right, there's nothing there. There's no eyeball, there's nothing, it's purely white. So it looks very weird that way. So for me, it is better to do it like at least a dark glass, you know, or sort of like a transparent, but inside there, right, you can't see anything, like then it looks okay. This is like, you know, the original figure itself, which is very white. Then you actually put the cloth on top of it, and then put the spec on, and then you can see the original figures from the inside, which is not Spider-Man, because it's just the figures. So for me, this part is not so nice to look at, but when you put it quite further away, it's kind of like okay lah. So as far as the pant is cloth, so this one is okay. So there are certain like gun belt over here. So I am not sure why Spider-Man want to use a gun. So maybe you guys can enlighten me. So there is a lot of kind of like wallet, or I don't call it wallet. I think this is like to put the wallet. This is like a kind of like sheriff belt. In the far west kind of like concept. So I think this is like a far west concept with the hat on, but it's just like in black and white mode. But overall, the figures does look pretty nice. Apart from the pants, which look very weird because Spider-Man normally don't wear this kind of pants. But as mentioned, it is Spider-Man Noir from the movie, from the video game, which is this is how it looks like in the video game. So I guess this is okay. Overall, if you ask me about this particular figures, how I rate it, right? I would say this is like 7 or 6 out of 10. Acceptables for the pricing. Only long-term wise, right? There's too many parts that you need to take care of. This part over here and the shirts, this one over here, the coat over here, right? You need to take care of it. Else, when it actually start to wear off, right, it will look very ugly. So the key of buying this particular figure is about maintenance. I mean, a lot of people say leather materials figures don't buy, but I guess as long as you do your maintenance part on it, which I have done it in my previous video, it will last even longer time frame. My last video until now is about a year ago for this particular matter, and then the figure is still okay. I mean, nothing wrong with my Wolverine, nothing wrong with my Deadpool. Everything is okay if you actually maintain it. The key is maintenance. So let me try to put some move, and then I'll move it there, and then I'll show you guys how it looks like once I put it over there. So be right back after this. Okay, I managed to put the Spider-Man into the locations already, into my display already. So as I mentioned, I have actually placed the box at the back. So each of the box represent the figure in the front. For instance, the Scarlet, the Advance, the Punk, the Negative, and this guy. So the box is actually following the back. So this is Miles Morales. So if you look at this, right, you can actually put it to the same story from the Spider-Verse. If you actually put it this, you can put it as the video games versions. So I believe this is what people say, one stone kills two birds. I guess it might not be actually fulfill that requirement. It's actually more toward the other end, but at least you can actually feel it that way. You know, it's all up to you, the individual collectors, how you want to visualize your collections. So I have a little bit more space over here for the film release, which is coming along the way. And then this is basically my Spider-Man rack. So this is everything Spider-Man. Of course, there are some Spider-Man which is like other side as well, so like this. So, but most of the main Spider-Man, I will place it all around here. So this is my Spider-Man territory, and that is basically my Iron Man territory. So, having to say so, hope you guys have a good day. And if you like our channels, do subscribe to our channels. Hey Google, turn Sector 3 off. Good day. Have a good day ahead. Bye.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.